Well, this is the heat that could decide the title race. You've got two men who are so close. Peter Bremner up against Par O'Dwyer. It's the one we've all been waiting for, Glenn.
No doubt about it. Who wants to be king of the jungle? These two beasts of men, the Limerick Lion against the great silverback gorilla that is Peter Bremner.
I'm looking forward to this one. Who's your money on?
Well, listen, this is Peter's opportunity. He can taste victory here. 2 disciplines to go. But listen, Pa is so experienced when it comes to car rolling.
Well, Pa shows intentions by getting off to a very quick start.
Wow.
He's ripping through that first car.
It's not even there.
And Peter Bremner really struggling with this. I'm surprised at that.
This is a disaster for Peter. He needs to keep moving quickly here. He needs to get back into the points if he wants to get
19.81 seconds for Par O'Dwyer. That's the win.
No question about it. But Peter needs to work hard here, get this car over, still trying to stay in the points if he's got a chance against the Stones of Strength.
Glenn, I think he's blown it. I think that has damaged his title hopes enormously.
That will have cost him points. Is it fast enough for Pars? Other people got in front of him?
Well, I knew that event wasn't a great event for me, tearing my hamstring 3 weeks ago. I haven't practiced it. Just a moving event like that with a hamstring tear, I was just being cautious. To be fair, I'm just glad that that event's out of the way. The rest of them suited me. That one was the one that probably I doubted myself on. So I'm glad I completed it. I know it wasn't the best time I could have got, but at the same time, I'm just glad I'm out of it. I haven't tweaked anything again, and I can go on to the Stones where I'm actually pretty good.
So the car roll results, Par O'Dwyer first place over Cillein Groom. Good result for him in second. Blaine Donovan in third. Overall, well, there's been a lot of changes. Par O'Dwyer now has daylight between him and Cillein Groom, who moves up into second place. Peter Bremner down in third.
Ireland's Strongest Man 2021, the final event for the coveted 22nd Finn McCool Trophy, has to come down, the most iconic of all those events. The Stones of Strength, 100 kilos, 115 kilos, 130, 145, and this massive 160 kilo stone, 22 inches across. Who will put it on? Who will be crowned this year's champion? Well, we'll soon see.
So Blaine Donovan, currently 7th overall with 38 points. And alongside him, Carl McGowan, 35 points, 8th overall.
And one thing about the Irish guys, David, stone lifting is what they love. And we've got some great stone lifters in this 16-man lineup.
Referee, take it away.
So first weight, Glenn, that's an easy one, 100 kilos.
100 kilos, then we move on to the 115, 130. This huge 145 is the 4 stone. And Blaine Donovan's flying already onto that 4 stone. And then he goes on to the final.
Oh, what a performance.
160 kilos this is, 22 inches across. Not many men have done this. And Blaine has already got it on his knees. Oh, he'll want this.
Looks like he's slipping, Glenn.
He's got the tools to do it. Oh, can he do it again? He needs to go back in. It's always hard and very difficult to lift it a second time.
Massive man. Got the tools.
So Carl McGowan stuck on the 145 kilogram. Does it help to have long arms? It looks like it does.
Yeah, it does. It does. There's no doubt about it. And Blaine definitely have the tools there, but he struggled to get the final stone up.
It looked to me like he could have lifted it. Maybe he just is tacky. The sticky substance on his arms just wasn't getting the grip.
Yeah, the resin has obviously come off on the earlier stones, and as he went to the 4th, he just found it
Great
difficult.
effort from Blaine. He smashed those 4 stones. In lane 1, from County Longford, Jack.
So Jack Harkin, 40.5 points, currently 6th place overall, and you can hear the support.
Yeah, Jack is a great guy, you know, and he's had a great competition, but he's gone up against David Jones, and David, you know, he wants to get to the UK Strongest Man. He's missed out on that podium for a couple of years now.
Well, this could be his chance, Glenn.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, last year he was the only guy to lift all the stones, but we've got a great lineup of stone lifters here. Jack Harkin, 6'4" in height, as is Davy Jones. Both have got the tools. Let's see what they can do.
Both men have already done the 145, and it's neck and neck going into the last stone, Glenn.
What a heat. Who's going to lift the 160 first? This is the question. Both have got the tools in height. Jack Harkin gets it on first. Oh, what a scalp. Beating David Jones, who won this last year, this discipline.
But listen, Jones got it up as well, and that could have a massive effect on the outcome of his championship.
No doubt about it. He's done really consistently throughout the show, and he may have made the podium this year.
That was amazing.
So, final discipline of Ireland's strongest man.
In lane 1, from County Strongman,
Matthew McKeegan in lane 1, currently 4th place overall, still looking in sight of podium, 45.5 points.
in lane 2.
Well, and for Peter Bremner, he'll be kicking himself after the last event, giving away first place to Paro Dwyer, now 3rd overall with 46.5 points. So both men ready to go.
McKeegan wants to get that 3rd position on the podium at least to secure his place to the UK strongest man, and he's flying here. But Peter, you know, from 1st to 3rd, will not be losing this position at this point, you wouldn't think, David.
There's a bit more urgency about Matthew McKeegan, so he's really looking to put in a strong performance there. That's the 145 kilogram stone. He moves on to the final one.
Oh, and Peter seems to be struggling here. This could be an absolute disaster. From hero to zero, and he could lose his whole place here off the podium.
It looks like he's given up.
Oh, it's been a disaster here, but both of them now are going into the final stone, and it's all on this lift.
Well, they're neck and neck then, but both men having struggled with their grip.
Yeah, no question about it. The resin here seems to have come off their arms on the early stones, and they're struggling to lift this last 22 inches across, 160 kilo stone onto a 4'3" platform.
Keeper just getting himself set. You can see the tacky on his hands. It's like super glue.
Disappointment on Matthew McKeegan's face here, you know, as is Peter Bremner. As they both know now, the podium place could be lost.
That's going to be tight, that's for sure. Hard to believe that Peter Bremner's led after 3 events, and he may have lost his podium spot on Facebook.
Well, this is it. It all comes down to what this man can do. Can Paro Dwyer make history and win his 5th Ireland's Strongest Man title?
Well, he definitely looks up for it. The Limerick Lion's ready to roar here and lift this 5th crown. But there's one man can stop him, Cillein Groom. He might be 8 points behind, but with 16 points for a grab, he's still in with a shout, David.
Yes, he is. So I think Parr would have to have things go terribly wrong for him if he was going to lose this title, but we'll see.
But look at Cillein Groom, he looks well up for this. He really knows now. He's had a Cinderella story to get to this point in the runner-up spot, and he really would love to win this Ireland's Strongest Man as well.
So Parr, forearms wrapped, tacky at the ready. Tacky so essential for getting these stones up. They need it for the grip. Roaring the traditional roar of the Limerick Lion.
Yeah. 5th crown would be an absolute record-breaking, amazing achievement. And let's see if Cillein Groom can stop him.
So the referee blows his whistle and both men underway. Paro Dwyer easily lifting the first 100 kilogram, then the 115 kilogram stone.
Cillein Groom also on the 3rd now as he moves on to the 4th. He's right behind Parr. He really wants this title as well.
But listen, Parr's got the edge. 145 kilogram stone done. Parr going for the title. Is this going to be it?
Yes, he's done it. He can't be stopped now. Paro Dwyer, the Limerick Lion, has lifted his 5th crown, record-breaking title of wins.
And let's not forget County Mayor's Cillein Groom, whose 5th stone lift has secured him 2nd place at Ireland's Strongest Man. Well, what a dominant display by the 5-time Irish champion. Paro Dwyer wins the stones ahead of Jack Harkin and Cillein Groom. Well, let's take a look at the overall standings. In 9th place, Carl McGowan, 40 points. 10th, Jamie McNamara, 37 points. Good performances by them. But the story, of course, is Paro Dwyer, first place with a huge 73 points, winning his 5th Ireland's Strongest Man title, ahead of Cillein Groom in 2nd and David Jones in 3rd. All 3 go through to the UK's Strongest Man final. Paro Dwyer, Ireland's Strongest Man 2021, 5th title. How does it feel?
It feels great. It was one of my Strongman goals was to win a record amount of Irish titles, and I've done it today. I'm delighted.
So that's 5. Are you going to go for 6?
I'll see how I feel. I just wanted 5, and I have the 5 done now, so maybe I will come back next year.
So where do you go from here? Obviously, you keep setting records when it comes to the Irish title. You've proven that no one can beat you on this island at the moment. What's your plans over the next year?
My plans over next year is to go back to UK's Strongest Man and take back my title there. I feel like I was kind of a small bit outdone this year when it comes to the title, and there's just mishaps. But I'll be back to UK Strongest Man winning the next year, and I'll be taking that title back home again.
Okay, well listen, from all of us, a big congratulations. Fantastic performance.
Thank you.